singing in the rain.
So we'll round it up then, because
We've got rain on his lens.
Hello guys, welcome back to Tykes TV. Thanks for joining as ever. So obviously you'll have seen the match preview go on with Luke, Neil and Craig down at Oakwell the other day. We filmed it on the Thursday, we've uploaded it on the Saturday, obviously 'cause it's 2 days before the big game. And everyone's been asking, you know, where's Luke, where's Steve, where's Craig, you know, and you know, it's hard to all get them on, especially with what's going off and everything. People's got work and that. But I've got Steve with me now to talk about Monday. Obviously playoff semi-final, first leg down at Oakwell. A few things obviously to talk about before we do though. Subscribe and of course hit the notification bell, as well as giving us a thumbs up and get your comments in if you agree or disagree with what gets said. So Steve, season's finished. Finished on an high, really, if I must say, after that game the other day against Norwich. I mean, we touched on it in preview. Good point, really, against champions, and competed really well. What? You didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it, did I? Know, you know, I haven't watched a lot of games ever from Swansea for Christmas. I've fun as an hard watch, and I don't like it or I play. But I've watched most of them on Skype, midweek ones, like, you know what I mean? It's the same as not being there, but what can we do?
I feel like that though, isn't there?
It's hard work watching us on my phone and that, and like I say, it buffers in it. It's not only me. Other people I've heard say it's poor quality, like I play. But what can we do? Better than no, I suppose, in it for fans.
Yeah.
Obviously, what a season, I suppose. Expectation. Well, fourth front bottom we'd have took.
Well, you think back. Go back to that interview you did against Coventry 0-0 when Struber was still here. I can't even begin to account. No, this season, beginning of this season, but that 0-0er. I can't remember it though. If we did a swear count, there were plenty there from you. I've watched it back. I might play it you after, because you swore a good few times in that. It might have been a record breaker, yeah.
I'm going to swear on this. I've tried my hardest not for you not to bring your bleep machine out, as DT says on Arsenal Fan TV. Sometimes, like a lot of it after the game and all, obviously Coventry won't behind closed doors, won't it? But a lot of it after the game, and when we do them outside ground, it's all emotion. I don't mean to.
That's what people need to get, really, don't they? They do need to understand that.
I don't mean to offend people, but I get where they're coming from, like to curb it down, and like obviously I'll take that on board, obviously. But sometimes when you're coming out of the game, depending on the outcome of the game, result, blah blah blah, you are passionate, and a lot of stuff's knee-jerk, and you do.
It's like me, innit? It's like sometimes knee-jerk straight after a game, and then day after you mellow a bit and you think, well, even though it was bad, do you know what I mean? It's hard to bad or good, do you know what I mean?
It's hard to do it, because then, like, you'll go home and sit down and think, you'll think, oh, I should have said that, I shouldn't have said that. But we're doing them straight after the game, so it's what you get. You get what you get from us, like it is what it is.
It's a true reflection of a fan, though, doesn't it?
We try to. I mean, obviously, like you say, I've apologised in my video, one of others, about me swearing. Sorry if I offended people with
I think it's because as well that it's an audience, everybody watches, doesn't it? And there's no limits, obviously, no racism or anything like that, or note like that. But swearing, of course, is part and parcel of football. But there is a wide audience that watch this. Do you know what I mean?
I know youngers watch it, but I
can't stop you swear. I would never ask you to not to swear.
A lot of adults don't like swearing. Some people don't like swearing. So
anyway, why are we debating? We're debating swearing.
Debated swearing when we were fucking. Really? When we're the semi-final Monday night.
Well, semi-final, of course, and like I said, playoff semi-final, first leg. I mean, first thing I touched on match preview, we Craig, Luke, and Neil about big differences in this one is the return of fans, isn't it? Not full fans, but 4,500 view. Good. Because some fans think maybe, you know, how we've got this far all season with Artem, and do you know what I mean? And to bring them back for just this one game.
Listen, it's good that fans are back.
Yeah.
But then I get what you saying.
Yeah.
We had them all season. And it has helped team. There's no getting away from it. I think it's helped team. So we don't know what to expect then from team then.
It's not going to be a full stadium though, is it?
There's 4.5 there. Will criticism bowing, getting up players back.
I don't think they will.
But I would if I were there, because that's how I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And players have got to expect that.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what I mean? You've got to say it how it is.
Yeah.
Players shouldn't have an easy ride.
Yeah.
If they're doing stuff you know what I mean? I know people say doing that it's counterproductive and that this time, but they expect it. They should be expecting it. They get paid loads of money. I know, and I know the human beings at the end of the day. But that's what football fans are. Yeah. There's going overboard and overboard. Like I know a lot of people are worse than us. Like we could. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. It's going to be how long? 14 months since we left. 15.
Cardiff, wasn't it? Cardiff at Oakwell in
March.
beginning of March, were it, or something like that.
14 months about. Yeah.
I mean, what's good? I mean, I were on radio the other day. I think it was Thursday. But, I were on radio and they asked me like if I'd put in for ballot, and obviously we hadn't done, have we? We've decided against it. And like I've said, I'd say everybody or nobody. That's been my take on it. I think there's more season ticket holders than there is allowed to go. Yeah. So that's just my view on it.
Well, I've said that as well, but it will never going to happen because financially club need to let fans in on the financial aspect on it. But we've had this debate on this, and I'm speaking now for a lot of other fans who I've spoken to in the last few days regarding this ballot. Yeah. You've asked me to speak about it, so I'm going to give you my views on it. Right. And I know you've had a lot of crap from it from other fans. That's their opinion. I feel the club has done it wrong as regards showing the loyalty to a number of fans. I'd say 600, 700, 800 at most, who go week in, week out, away from home, travelling length at breadth of country, giving up the time, of course, the commitment, financially, emotionally. But I get there's a lot of fans who can't go to every game because they've got commitments. I get that, I totally get that, and I see their points of view. Financially, can't afford to go. Commitments, i.e. working on the weekends or family commitments, blah, blah, blah. I totally get that. And I'm not coming across I'm a bigger fan than you. If people think that I am, I'm not. What I'm saying is, as a business, what Barnsley Football Club is a business. Any other business, you reward loyalty. And what I call loyalty here, like I've just said, these 600, 700, 800 fans who go week in, week out, and who have done for last, whatever, there's fans who's before my time, who's still going. There's fans, obviously, before your time. I'm older than you. It should have never been a ballot for these people. It should never been a ballot. And if, all right, I'm one of them, and you people who's watching it might say, well, it's easy for you to say that, blah, blah, blah. Listen, if I'm just a season ticket holder and I don't go to any away game, I would still say, and you can call me a liar, all on you, whatever you, or bullshitting, I will still say that there should have been loyalty shown and preference shown to a certain number of fans. Right? It should have been done in a categories first for these fans who I'm on about. They know who I'm on about. Club knows who they all are. It's all on computer. I'm hearing they didn't do it because they didn't have enough time to do it. Now, to me, that's very poor on club. Very poor. They've had 2-3 weeks nearly. They were planning for this playoffs. 2-3 weeks. It's very poor.
Well, we were confirmed at playoffs with 2 games to go, weren't we?
Exactly. Very poor. I know you can't suit everybody, but I'm going back to it. Loyalty and fans' commitment, travelling at length and breadth of the country, giving the time up financially, emotionally. These fans have been like 12th man at a lot of games away, trying to get side of it line. And for me, they should have been rewarded with the loyalty. Now, they haven't been rewarded with the loyalty because they've gone into a lottery for tickets for the biggest game, probably since Bradford for promotion. Probably playoffs against Ipswich in 2000. You decide. And that's my take on it. And I know some fans will disagree, but I'll tell you what, if these fans had have gone to all these away games, like I have, you have, 600, 700, 800 more, and they know who they all are. I know who they all are. We know who they are. Club knows who they all are. It's all on records. They'd think same as us. It's all right for them. They've got to gain a chance of a ticket. They think, oh, right, if I get one, fine. If I don't, I don't. People like us who's shown that loyalty not to get a ticket are devastated. Absolutely devastated. And I'll put it on record. I didn't apply for one. You didn't apply for one. And I know some others who hadn't. For that reason, because I didn't want to be devastated when I got an email off the club saying I wasn't successful. So I didn't put myself in that situation. I'd rather have not, because it shouldn't have gone to that situation. There should have been the supporters who's paid this £40 extra for plus, and in that there should have, it says priority for tickets. Yeah. They haven't been given priority because they've gone into an act with all rest at season ticket holders. Now I'm not reserve plus. So for me, they should have gone before me if I'd have gone in reserve plus. But to not use the history of the away games, which shows who your loyal fans are, I think it's very poor on club. And people can...
What would you say to people?
Go on.
I'm just going to talk as one of those who are saying it's fair. Them who are saying it's fair. What would you say to somebody who's been a season ticket holder for 50 years, but obviously not gone away? 50 years being a season ticket holder.
They still should be rewarded. And I know... Listen, this is what I'm saying. It should have been done in categories first. It's like somebody who's just got a season ticket this season.
Have got a ticket, haven't they? Some have.
No, but some have. But good luck to them because they've entered ballot. I'm not knocking them. I'm not knocking the supporter. I'm questioning the clubs. I'm questioning club why they've done it this way. And like I've said to you, I've been told it's because they didn't have time, and that's very poor to me. They've got every single fan's record and history on computers. Season ticket holders, away games you go to, it's all on computer. They've done it over seasons when. Obviously, it's been a limited allocation for tickets for away games. They do it on how many you've been to, and then they work their way down. And like I said to you, I bet there's only 600, 700, 800 tops who do them pretty regular. But they should have done it and come down. You know what I mean?
Say there's that though. I wouldn't even say there's that many. I'd say 200, 300 to be honest.
Well, I don't look at. You'd have to ask Beth. Who works it. I mean, lovely. Beth's a lovely woman. I'm not slagging them off, slagging them, getting off, getting a beaming about it, blah, blah, blah. But I feel they should have shown more loyalty. The club should have shown more loyalty to the loyal fans. And these fans who, I know you keep saying me, some of these fans have been saying to you, no, blah, blah. Listen, I'm not having that, because if boot were on other foot, they'd be sat here now saying same as me. It's because they don't go to them, so they don't feel hard done by. Yeah. They don't feel hard done by. They've gone in a lottery and they'll have thought to themselves, well, if I don't get one, I don't get one.
Yeah. Whereas me and you...
Whereas us, we're going into a lottery for a free-for-all, And it's fucking it's end at will for us because we ain't got a ticket for biggest game in years. Yeah. But like, and that's why I didn't put in, because I didn't want to feel disappointed. And all this week I've been having messages from loads of fans who I know who go to all away games, home games, blah blah. And one, and I don't know if he watches channel, I'm not naming him, he knows who he is, him and his missus. He's absolutely devastated. Yeah. I'll not, he'll know who it is if he watches channel. He's absolutely devastated. I've had somebody else messaging me. Well, and then, yeah, I've had 3 or 4. And then I've had some, they've not gone into ballot for one reason or another. But that's their... what they call it, choice like that. Some don't want to go because of all restrictions. Obviously,
well, that's another reason for me.
Obviously, you're not going to be sat in your own seat, blah blah. Which listen, you can't really say out about that because they've got that into problem with me. If I'd have got a ticket and had to sit at Ponty or away and. It's all about being at game, isn't it, really, like? But so I'm not being that petty to moan about that. Yeah. I'm just having my gripe on club doing it like that. And if that's the case, they didn't have time, it's poor. But if somebody from club wants to come back at me on that, with different things why they didn't do it, I'll accept it. But that's what I've got told, and I'm like that whether to believe it, because like in past, obviously, it's never been like that. They've always done right by fans. I know there was that bit of fiasco with Don Rowan with Liverpool away tickets.
But obviously, another argument is, of course, nobody's been able to get to any game this season.
But I'm not talking. But we know this season we've qualified for playoffs, and a lot of fans will say, "Well, you've got to go on this season, but you can't do it like that. You're still got to do on history." Right, I'll just throw in this then. Leicester and Chelsea today, FA Cup final, 6,500 I think each they've got. Priority of them tickets went to them who went to away games. Both sets of clubs, and then if there were any left, obviously they'd go then to season ticket holders. But well, season ticket holders with away games, and then season ticket holders after that. So there you go. Chelsea and Leicester have prioritised the loyal fans, loyaler fans. And I need to make sure I word this right. We are upsetting people, but because
No, I think what you're trying to say is you're not saying just because they don't go away they're not as loyal as we are.
No, because that's what I said to you. I don't want to come over as big. I class them. Look, I love our fans. I class them all. We're all one big family. But along the line, you have got to award the loyalty of certain others first, and they aren't on this occasion. And listen, well done to everybody who went at ballot and got a ticket. And all I can say to you is enjoy it, neat. Get behind team, and hope we pull it, and hope we win. We'll move on to game actually.
So we could talk.
Obviously, enjoying it. It's good. It's good for everybody to be back. Who's going on Monday? I ain't got a gripe against that. It's just where they did it, and it has upset a few people.
Well, so, like I've said it. I've said it now. I think it's more of upset a few to please many, innit? That's what I've said, and I'll stick by that. I think it is. I'm going to say it now. I think.
Obviously, you've got 7,500 season ticket holders, so you've got to please them.
Let's just be right though. Let's just be clear as day though. Every season ticket holder should have gone. That's not Barnsley Football Club's fault, by the way. That's the government. Yeah. Or none.
But let me touch on this as well. Our ground. Supposedly capacity's 23. Yeah. We've got pillar with health and safety regarding seats, what can't be used in North Stand away and what reduced capacity. The capacity's reduced furthermore by not using West Stand North Stand side where tunnel is, right? And then now they're not opting it on obviously on Monday because obviously staff and subs and all that will be sat there, won't they? Is that why?
It could be, yeah. It could be.
So then that's took capacity down to 18, and government's protocol or say so on this is 25%, which is 4.5. Yeah. So if we'd have had us full 23 and whatever capacity, you'd have been able to get more in. Yeah. Are they not doing improvements as regards to having more in because of ongoing ground issue with them, with owners trying to buy it, blah blah blah, with James Klein and everything? We don't know, but it's ultimately come down to it where we're going to have less fans in because of it, and I'll have to mention it, if we get promoted to Premier League, which we've every chance now, we've come this far, we're going to lose money. In fact, the club will lose money if they don't address this problem. This week away end, closing them first 5 rows off, is what? Why? Why? You've got stewards and police. You fill it up. Clubs losing money. Yeah. Health and safety. You can't do this. You can't do that. Get it sorted then. Yeah. They've been told anyway they've got to spend money if we go up.
Well, we know. Not just on stadium, but on team.
Improve facilities at West Ham for media and everything.
Well, anyway, let's get talking about Monday.
So that's my thing on that. So anybody wants to criticise me, that's up to you. But if you want it same boat as us, and some other, like I said, and some other fans who have been on about, you'd feel the same. And if you're saying no, you're liars.
You've been serious.
If they're saying no, they're liars, because they'd feel the same. They would. They feel the same.
Right, well, there we go then, guys. That's the view on that. So let's have a quick touch on game then. Swansea. I said to Luke and that other day, I says, wait a bit first leg, keep it tight, you know what I mean? Tight. A draw won't be a bad result at all.
It's 2 games, isn't it? Yeah. It's 2 games. You don't. It's not win or loss. It's not won or lost.
Saying that, we lost against Huddersfield in 06, didn't we? First leg, if you remember.
2-1.
1-0. 1-0, and then went to their place.
The game isn't won or lost Monday night. Yeah. You've 2 games. Yeah. Mindset. What do you do? What do you do? If we draw now, listen, we want to win. You want to win to take a win back down for the second leg at Swansea. A draw end at World. Yeah. Because it's a one-off, it's a shootout. Yeah. 1 game at Swansea, shootout. Yeah. Forget what happened Monday when you go to Swansea for the second leg. It's a shootout. There's no away goals. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which is, if you had away goals, it'd be a totally different scenario, wouldn't it? Like, obviously,
there's been away goals, hasn't there, in playoffs?
No, I don't think there's.
No.
Don't quote me on it. No. Don't quote me on it. Yeah. So. It's going to be for me. I think it'll be a cautious game because neither side will want to lose the tie in first leg, and or give the Sens a lot to do in second leg. Do you get what I mean? Sometimes I think to myself,
why don't they just have one game, play it at a neutral ground?
Exactly. Sometimes I thought that 1 game and then final at Wembley. You know what I mean? Barnsley, Swansea, played it. Villa Park.
Way, yeah, it makes a bit of sense, doesn't it, in a way, that?
As a spectacle, I always find as well, but obviously don't quote me on it, you'd have to look back on history of all games, but when I've watched a lot of games on Sky, the first legs of Cagey, the Cagey, because nobody wants to go to away, then they go for it in second leg.
Well, we went for it in first leg against Warsaw, but I think it's different circumstances, that, innit? So you can't compare this.
That team, though, against Warsaw and that season, and run up from, obviously, Christmas onwards, that season, we'd have bet anybody. We'd have bet anybody. We'd have shown that form before beginning of the season. We'd have won league instead of Wigan. Wigan won league, didn't they? We'd have won league. I'm telling you, we'd have won league. From when Hamill come in, and then it all started to click around November, Christmas time, and then we went on run, obviously, JPT and playoffs. We were best side by miles in league. I went into that game at Millwall, Warsaw game, beat these.
Even Millwall won it.
Millwall in final, beat these. We were unstoppable. That team all clicked. It clicked, and we were unstoppable. There were no way we were going to lose.
It's a different circumstances this time, though, isn't it? Because there's
Totally different now.
quality sides
Totally
in it.
different, and we ain't got into it.
Did you say Swansea out at other two as best one?
I did say Brentford on simple fact we seem to have got a bit of an hoodoo over them, and like
They've come into it with some good form.
the last four.
And Bournemouth lost the last three.
Before that, they'd won 7 on top to get them into playoffs because it didn't look like they were going to get in. You know what I mean? And you thought Reading, and then Reading just dipped when it mattered. They couldn't buy a win for love nor money, could they? I mean, I go back to that game with us. He scores that goal, Jow, and they win that game. Things could have been totally different. And I know there were a few games to go after, but things could have totally been... Because I think they'd have gone above us and all that if they'd have won.
They might have done. That were a massive point, that. It were a great point, that game against Reading, if you ask me at all.
Well, it probably suited us more than them. I suppose. I know we were home side, but it probably did suit us more than them. I think they had to win more than us, really. But they just hit a bad run at wrong time, didn't they? Like, whereas Bournemouth over and come, and like you said, Brentford's won the last 4. So they're going into it as form team, like, aren't they? Well, but I said to you, I didn't want Bournemouth because I think of a 2 legs. But I'd have took Brentford, but I'm happy with Swansea because I know they're better twice, but I thought they were poor.
But we didn't have Carlton Morris and DK then either, did we?
That's when I think our season changed, when they come in. Our season changed, and I've said it like, I think without them two, I don't think we'd have been where we were.
Well, we were right up front though, weren't we? Let's be fair, we were.
We were calling for it, weren't we? We were calling for it. We'd not replaced Moore, and we were calling for it. You know what I mean? And them coming in, it kicked us on. Oh, and obviously, Ellick and Anderson have been as good as old, haven't they, like, at back. So, there's 2.
Solbauer as well. I mean, Solbauer out of contract. I mean, return list's been out. I think they're offering him one. Would it a no-brainer for you?
I don't think he'll sign it. I think he'll go back. Yeah, I think they're looking at Civic, playing Civic, me, and that's all down to it. That's all down to... Go on.
Regime.
Yeah, obviously getting younger players in to get them in shot window, blah, 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 improve. No, well, why did you think they didn't play Tiam? And go on, fullback, Pinios and Cavari. They got to 25 and over. There's rumours coming out that they stand over on training pitch. So that's the smoke screen. These work orders and that they're wanting these players in here with resale and shot window, blah blah blah. That's why Civic got come back.
Well, Solbauer starts on Monday, doesn't he?
Solbauer starts. Solbauer's better than Civic.
Even though Civic's been great.
They don't look at it like that.
But Civic's been great though, hasn't he? Since he's come back.
Yeah, I'm not knocking Civic. I'm saying what clubs, what they like, right? Solbauer's not bringing any money in. Civic's bringing your money in. There you go. It's right. Civic's bringing your money into the club. Solbauer didn't. Solbauer's going to go for the free, isn't it? They're not going to get out for him.
No, not at 30. 31, I think it was his birthday. So I think, is it all about that second? I know we are. We'll round it up because it is starting to come down. What?
Might as well carry on singing in the rain.
So we'll round it up then because we are getting wet here and it's warm and all, which is worst. Yeah, well, you went on about Big Do-It ballot and everything.
That was before we moved on to match.
I don't know, but that took up 20 minutes of film.
Obviously, top and bottom of it, don't lose the game, like I've said.
It's all about that second leg.
The first leg, don't lose the game. Keep in the game, give your centre a chance. Listen, even if we get bet 1-0, you're still in game. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. We can go there and score, I fancy us to score in all games.
Do you agree with what Craig says? Craig says, and I've noticed this, especially against Norwich. I know you said you didn't watch game, but them sides that like to play football suits us with our style. Do you know what I mean? Because we stop them. If they try playing how we play, that's when we find it hard. Do you get what I mean? Them sides like Norwich, who were playing out from back all the time at weekend, we were pressing and we stopped them playing, and we mixed it up. We mixed it up. Honestly, it was a great performance against Norwich.
If we don't press though, that's when we will.
We've got to press, and we've got to have a man on IU as well. Because yeah.
Oh, he's very cute and clever in and around area. Yeah. Very cute and clever. He'll try his hardest to win a penalty. Little touches and that. Anderson and Elliott can't be diving in. Be switched on and that.
Sending offs either.
No sending. Well, if they get.
Who's your front three?
Well, I'd go Morris, DK, Woodrow, but I don't think he will. I think Chaplin will start, and I think Morris will come on.
Depends.
And I think in midfield he'll go Mowat and Palmer, and I'm thinking playing Almy in first leg, and be conservative. I might come across as negative, but be conservative because I don't want us to lose the game in the first leg. Don't want to be going to Swansea chasing. That'll suit them. Their defence is probably best.
Best in it. They haven't scored loads of goals, but they win a lot of games and keep clean sheets, don't they? So
I don't want to go to Swansea chasing. Chasing. Not if we lose 1-0, fair enough. We'll get chances. We will get chances. You know what I mean? But we wouldn't want to be chasing, as in 2-0, 3-0. They're not retrievable, are they? Like, if you lose 2-0, you have to go to Swansea. You've got to get that first goal. You'll get that first goal. Game on. They might rock. They might start rocking, but then you toss it other way, turn it over other way. They get first goal. It's 3-0 game over. Because then we've got to get.
Think we'll do it?
Yeah, I fancy us. I do. I fancy us. I think it'll be tight. I think we'll go through 2-1.
What, over both legs? 2-1.
2-1 on aggregate, but I'm not predicting which. No. I think it'll be tight. I think it's evenly matched. But like I said, I would have took Swansea. I forget there's 2 defeats to them.
Both games are crap, weren't they?
Well, I thought they were poor, but they have got the qualities in the side and danger men like we have. But as an all-round team and spectacle, they're not as good as what a lot of people make out them to be. I think Bournemouth and Brentford are better than them. Footballing-wise, ability-wise, better players, individuals. Probably Swansea are a better all-round team, like us. You'll say our team isn't as good as Brentford and Bournemouth. Individuals.
Yeah, but as the team,
we're probably better than them. A team and togetherness and that and spirit. It goes a long way sometimes. That. Well, it's got us to where we are now. Yeah. It's got us to where we are now. Well, majority of fans in the league are saying Barnsley have they got their Barnsley have got the Barnsley got.
Yeah, and also majority of fans are hoping for Barnsley.
Yeah, because they don't want bigger clubs. We're conceived as little club, and they don't want bigger clubs going up. But Bournemouth, listen. If there's any Bournemouth fans, if they're watching it, they don't get all Wigan-esque, like Wigan-esque, because that's what I've said it before now. Bournemouth for a League 2 club, same as Wigan, League 3. It's these new age fans. They think because they've been in Premier League, they've got God-given right to be there all the time.
We've got rain on his lens.
So don't get Wigan. Bournemouth fans don't get. The older fans will realise where they've come from. You know what I mean? Yeah. They know.
So you're saying 2-1 over but 2 legs then. So, right, we're going to round up anyway, guys, because it is starting to come down. We thought it would do. Listen, that's been a very interesting video with Steve. He's got his point across about tickets, things being done down at Oakwell. I think it's one of those, I don't think it'd ever be right, no matter which way you look at it, for any fan, really. I think we can agree with that, can't we? I don't think there were any way of doing it where...
No, I've just agreed then what rewarded loyalty on, obviously, people who travel all over. The commitment, it's the commitment week in, week out. And like I said to you, I'm not knocking on at other fans. I get there, everybody's situation's different financially.
The only thing they've done is this, and everybody whoever paid for this season and just done it, haven't they, that way?
Listen, That's fair enough then. That's fair enough. Issue something then. They might have read it. I'm not on none at bulletin boards. But I look up BBS. I can't. I don't comment on it. I read it. There's some on there said it along the same lines as me. Some have disagreed. Like, it's everybody's opinion, isn't it? Clubs done what they thought what best. But my opinion is I thought they should have rewarded the loyal customers. Because that's what we are.
Well, if we get to Wembley, we should be first dibs, shouldn't we?
No, because it'll be the same.
No, it should be us who missed out. By the way, we'll not get a look in because we didn't apply for a ticket.
They might turn round and say they might give Malta fans who go on Monday, and then we might not get one for not applying. No, Wembley, everybody should get a ticket for Wembley, surely.
Yeah, they should.
Looking at rumours coming out 10,000 each. Like, I mean, today's game there's 20 there, but because it's cup final, they've had to give tickets obviously to certain parties, so that's lowered it down for both clubs. 6.5.
That's crap, though, isn't it?
They always do anyway for cup final, but this year they ought to said, look, we can't, but you've got to give them sponsors and that. And this, that, and other, and blah, blah, blah. It always happens, Luke.
I know, but it's not right, is it?
But for our game, there won't be as many.
Yeah.
So if it's 20, you might be looking at 8,000 each, which covers season tickets, so every bar's a season. And then there'll be no questions asked about that. Yeah. But then...
And again, there wouldn't have been, like we touched on, if they let all season ticket holders in, if they're up and out grand, you know what I mean?
But that's government, not Barnsley.
No, yeah, I've already said it's not Barnsley's fault.
But, listen... Ask them all Whitey Beth, all them in office, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the good lads, good lasses, all them in ticket office. They'd love no better to have 15,000 there Monday night. Yeah. Whether players would, that's a different matter. You know what I mean? Yeah. 15,000 there. Right. I bet they're itching for us to get back.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Well, it gives us something to look forward to in August, though. Right, well, we're going to crack on, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe if you are new to the channel, of course, and hit the notification bell, as well as giving us a thumbs up.
And I didn't swear once. I nearly did, but I didn't.
I think you might have said one or two, but you were quite good to say.
I hope the comment. Nice to hear him not.
You'll probably get a lot of people saying, what's Steve saying? It is fair, art club's done it.
Well, listen, that's their opinion, and they've got a right to voice that opinion. Yeah. I don't want to argue with nobody and fall out with them. Yeah. I'm just stating my opinion on it. And like I said to you, if boot were not other foot with a lot of them, they need to have a serious think about it, because, like I said, the liars, if they won't think same as us, they're liars. If they'd have done what their loyalty and commitment, what we'd done over years, and there's I've said there's people who's done it long before me. Yeah. But where do you stop at it then, I suppose? Where do you stop at it? Because you could go back, whatever.
Yeah. Well, what about we're going on again. But lastly, then, like somebody who's maybe 8-year-old, they can't. It might be their first season. Do you know what I mean? They can't help how young they are. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. It's an hard one, isn't it?
It's very hard, and COVID's it's all. Yeah. You blame it on COVID, but pandemic, isn't you? Like, what can we do about it? And I tell you what, we aren't getting political and all, because I'm not very political when it comes to heavy debates. But Johnson, if he gets his way, there might be another lockdown.
Yeah, well,
because they're angling at it with this Indian variant, with what's going off in Blackburn and Darwin.
Why is an Indian variant coming over here?
Well, they've come into the country, obviously, and it's spread a bit. They need to contain it round that area. I think it's crept into Bolton as well.
What's up, as a small business somehow survived, so they're just trying to kill it off. That's what my thought is.
Be careful what you say.
No, he calls another lockdown, there's riots, and they'll be worse than last time.
I don't know whether there'll be another lockdown, but I can see restrictions and some areas being put in their own fingers.
No.
I don't want this spreading, because it sounds of it, it's worse than others.
Who sits worse? Let's not get talking about that. Anyway, it's obvious. You know what I mean? You could tell you for weeks.
I'll stop being a conspiracy theorist then.
Oh, them conspiracy theorists are right. Right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you all very, very soon. We've got videos with Dale and Andy to follow, talking about the game as well, so you can catch them on tomorrow. And, yeah, go and watch the preview with Craig, Neil and Luke. That's on from Oakwell, talking about the full game and everything like that. So thank you once again for watching, guys. We'll see you all soon. You Reds. He's off already, look.